And now across our borders, I want to take you live to Botswana, where I do understand my colleague Irene Chuma is on a standby. Irene, good afternoon. If you can hear me this lovely afternoon on the other side of the capital, how is the weather goes there in Botswana? And also tell us about the Africa Tourism Leadership Summit that you're currently attending.
Abdiaziz, good afternoon. It is a warm day here in Gaborone, Botswana. The Africa Tourism Leadership Forum Day 2 is underway, and we have had quite a number of Kenyans who are interested in this summit. And let me bring on board one of the investors to tell us what impact is this summit going to have to you back at home. Introduce yourself.
Hi, good day. My name is Barry Clemens. For those who don't know me, I've been in hospitality for 30 years, and we are consultancy and advisory to local companies as well as international companies wanting to do business in East Africa. So we work with companies like Time Hotels who want to come to our country and our beautiful country. And the reality is events like this are necessary to see what the landscape is doing on the continent, not just in Kenya itself. What are the movements, what are the new policies, new trends, etc. So it's very important to be here to know what's going on, what's playing, so we can look after our country, make sure we bring the right investment to the right policies, etc., as well as making sure that we can be represented and ensure that Kenya is known to the continent and further on.
I do understand your interest is largely at the coast region back at home, but then what are these opportunities that we have in Kenya at large?
So Kenya has got everything, right? We've got culture, we've got wildlife, we've got nature, we've got beaches. There's so much. So yes, I might be based on the coast, but it doesn't mean that's what we focus on. Just before I left to come here, we were in Baricho looking at agritourism. There's huge potential for every aspect of the hospitality and tourism space within Kenya. Any type of tourism that you can think of, we can accommodate it. That's how powerful we can be within Africa.
Thank you. Abdi, I do understand that we are quite a number of several countries, 30 countries are here to brainstorm on way forward on how we can reconnect as a region in boosting our tourism products, from wildlife to the beach product. And you know, Kenya is best placed when it comes to tourism matters, but we say sky is not the limit. Let me now be able to engage Wambugu Wagishohi, an investor who is here also to learn more from other investors in other countries, and tell us, how has it been, the experience?
Thank you very much. My name is Wambugu Wagishohi. I'm actually not an investor. I am a franchise consultant. My work in this conference mainly is to run a franchise masterclass, and this has to do with businesses in the tourism industry, trying to show them the way how they would be able to operate outside their normal working zones to be able to cover the African market. The experience has been good. There are very, very many nice businesses that I've seen that are actually able to grow outside their home markets. However, most of them have not done so because the concept of franchising has not quite well been understood by many businesses. So my role here and across Africa is to encourage local businesses in whatever area you are. Forget about just tourism. In any area you are, that you have a business that has been profitable for the last 2 years, that is already running well, and you are looking to expand it. Franchising is a model to go for. And when I talk about franchising, I'm talking about both you growing your own business into a franchise, and also looking for people who have already grown theirs, and you can become a part owner of that brand as a franchisee. Thank you.
Thank you, Wambugu Wagishohi. But then, Abdiaziz, we are also having specialists in trade and investments who are also maximizing on opportunities from this forum. With me right now, I have Emily Mburu. You have so many titles, Emily. Tell me, today you're here under which title?
I'm Emily Mburu Ndoria. I am the Director for Trading Services, Investment, Intellectual Property Rights and Digital Trade. trade. So you can see it's a whole combination of many elements that we are working on at the AFCFTA Secretariat. So for the tourism sector, why tourism? Tourism falls under what we call the trading services sector. So it's one of the key sectors that the countries in Africa have decided to actually liberalize, because they had already started the work on liberalization. So it was much easier to continue that, and also it's a low-hanging fruit. When you liberalize your tourism sector, when you develop your tourism sector, then you're able to develop the other parts of the economy. Because as I gave an example during the sessions, when you have the tourism sector, you have tourists coming into the country, so you have to also develop your transport sector. When those tourists come to Kenya, they will have to eat, so you will also develop your agricultural sector. When those tourists come, they will go to Masai Mara. You have to also get your logistics part also developed. So it's a whole ecosystem, and it actually supports the development of other parts of the economy.
Thank you, Emily Mburu. Emily Mburu giving us an insight about trade and investment. Abdiaziz, I do understand time is not on our side, and this is a 3-day forum, one that will be able to explore on opportunities, tell the story that has not been told about Botswana, about Kenya, opportunities that we are yet to tap. And also we do understand that the delegation that is led by the Kenya Tourism Federation is also geared towards taking an award back home. One of the finalists here is Inua AI, a digital space company based in Kenya. So we are looking forward to more, and we'll be getting to you when need arises. Back to you, Abdi.
Thank you so much, Irene Chima. Good to see you. And of course, don't forget to have fun. It is a 3-day summit there in Gaborone, Botswana. A quick recap of what Irene has just informed us about that particular note is that it is day 2 of that particular summit, where it has bring the whole continent together, specifically 30 countries here in the African continent, where stakeholders and industry players in the hospitality industry have converged in Botswana. Of course, she'll duly inform us in our subsequent bulletins.